Oh, aren't you nosy? Well, good, because I'm nosy too, and I love to overshare. So today, I want to share with you my entire handmade wardrobe. I have been on a mission for the past 2 or 3 years to make a handmade wardrobe. I have needs that the fashion industry just isn't satisfying, and I don't have money to buy the kind of clothes that I really want, but I do have skills. A very particular set of skills. Skills that I have honed over a long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for the fashion industry. I make costumes for a living, I can pattern, I can sew, I can do all that stuff, so why aren't I just making my own clothes so that they can satisfy my needs? So what are those needs?
Number one is fit, because fit is everything. The biggest issue I've encountered is the issue of rise. I have a long crotch to waist ratio and just a long torso in general. I can't seem to find pants that are truly high-waisted unless they're vintage. And that's because of these dubious marketing terms that people have come up with.
Inconceivable!
They're intending it to be high-waisted, but it's actually high-rise, and the things that are actually high-waisted, they're calling ultra-high-waisted, and it's just absolutely ridiculous, and I don't want to mess with trying to buy pants anymore. I'd rather just mess with my own patterns and get the fit perfect. And along those same lines, so that when my body does change, as it has, I can go back in and refit it to however my body is at that time and be able to get more and more life out of that garment. Then there's the issue of comfort. Like I said, if the pants are supposed to be high-waisted and they're coming a little bit low on me, then I'm getting this flush spillage. I'm just uncomfortable both physically and emotionally because I don't feel like I'm looking my best, and the way that the pants are cutting into me just don't feel good. So comfort is a big issue. I want it all, god damn it. I'm a modern girl, I can have it all. Third is materials. Unfortunately, we are in a polyester hellhole right now. And while polyester isn't the most evil, it doesn't help my skin condition. I have adult body acne, and when my flesh can't breathe because it's surrounded in effectively a paper bag, yeah, my skin's gonna be very unhappy. So if I can make all my clothes out of natural fibers, or at least put a natural fiber lining between my body and the polyester, then my skin's gonna be so much happier, as it has been. I've seen great improvement with my new skincare and changing out my garments, and I want to keep it that way because it is the first time in probably 15 years that I have been able to wear a backless dress. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. And then there's the environmental issues of it all. These fast fashion companies are making copious amounts of product that a lot of it doesn't even get worn, or if it does, it's only worn for a short period of time before it's either donated or thrust into the garbage system or sent off to other countries to let impoverished people deal with, and that's just not okay. So if I can keep some of that out of the system by, one, not engaging with that system, or two, using primarily secondhand materials, or if I am buying new materials, using as much of it as possible. It's that saying that you can't do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do, and that is the good that I can do. Then there's the quality and cost factor. Whether I'm buying new fabric or I'm buying secondhand or reused or recycling fabric, all of that costs less than the cost of the garment. And thankfully I have plenty of access to lots of options for fabrics, whether it's new fabrics in the downtown LA fabric district, or more importantly, the thrift stores and the creative reuse stores here in LA. So it is more cost effective for me to just make my own clothes. And then on top of that, there's just the sense of joy that you get when somebody's like, wow, I love your pants, and you're like, thanks, I made it. Once you start sewing garments for yourself and find patterns that really fit and flatter, that you love, you can just make them over and over again, and then you have just an endless amount of clothes that just look good and feel good and you feel proud about. So I have become a little bit obnoxiously addicted to that feeling, and I just want to keep making that happen. On top of that, I have also started sharing my sewing patterns with you guys because you've been asking, and I've been really enjoying the process of doing that. So if you'd like to get some of my patterns, you can find them in the description down below. And while you're there, if you would like to be a pattern tester for the channel, go ahead and sign up for that. There's a link for that, and I would really appreciate that. I especially need plus size pattern testers.
So yeah, I'd love to have you. Now, if you're coming from my everything that I made in 2025 video, you will have seen this upper row here. So I won't go too into depth on those. You can watch that video somewhere here, but I will show them briefly in the lineup. So let's start with my oldest piece here. So this is a little like boat neck cropped tank top out of this really cute vintage sewing machine print. I saw a girl on Tumblr in 2015 wearing a dress that she made out of this fabric. And so I was like, oh, I need that fabric. She looked so stinking cute in it. And I tried to make a very similar dress. However, I realized that I kind of like separates more than I like dresses because I like the mix and match option. So I made this, and then I also have the skirt here. It's just a circle skirt, but it's really short for my tastes these days. So I'm saving that fabric to maybe make a vest. But yeah, this is one of my earliest pieces. I pattern drafted it myself. It's not bad, it's a little bit tight. I'm pretty happy with this piece. It was one of my nicer constructions for my early work. I still love it very, very much. My next earliest piece, this I made, I think 2020 or 2021. I've had this fabric for a long time. There was this loft ran by Michael Levine's in the downtown fabric district where fashion companies would send their like discarded fabrics and you could rummage through it and pick them up by the pound. And so I found this fabric there, and it was just so bright and pretty, but I love the black and I love the flowers. And so originally I made like a skater skirt for them, but then I got into like wide leg trousers and I made these, and I love them a lot. I really haven't deviated too much on my construction techniques for this pair, but this was my first version of this pattern. I still really like them a lot. I like it with just like a black top because the pants are such a statement. And I think that's something that I've realized I like is like one statement piece and then all neutral colors elsewhere. So like a black top and a statement pant, or a statement top and a black skirt. Same thing happened with these. I was given this fabric by my best friend. It's like slightly glittery and I love the color. I made these in like maybe 2020, 2021, and I took them to Mexico. And they're very cute, but again, they're like a ½ inch, maybe an inch low in the rise. And I also forgot to add excess in the back to do a little button placket. And so I had to do elastic, and so they're a little janky, but I want to add just a little extension and make the button proper, and then reassess the fit and see if I want to give them to a friend who they'll fit better. Me! Now that I tried this pair and the brown pair on again, I do see that the brown pair does dip a little bit, but I think actually these are pretty okay in the rise. Like I have a little bit of grabbing room, which means I have a little ease, so I think these are actually fine. Although, you know, what's funny is like, looking at the print, I don't know if I love the orange and blue. I think it's very orange and blue dominant, and I don't know if I love that anymore. So yeah, these might actually be a donate to a friend or something. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but I do love the brown pair still. Those are a little more subdued and still beautiful. Next up is these denim pants. This is my second or third iteration of these pants. I made a pair for my best friend. I made a pair for me, which she now has, and I reassessed the fit and the pattern. This is the second evolution of that pattern. And these are pretty cute. I wear these a lot, but I don't know if I'm feeling them anymore. I think they go too wide, starting too high. I think I want them to fit a little tighter around the butt and the upper thigh, and then get a little bit loose. I gave them these cute little heart pockets. They're not really functional, they're more decorative, just to kind of cut the visual line of my long ass. Because I have that long rise, I have a long waist to bottom of the booty. I want to reassess the fit of these. I've lost some weight, so they're now too big, which is a good time to reassess your clothing. Another fun thing about making your own clothes is you can put little secrets like these in them. I don't know if you can see it, but the lining for the pocket is a comic book style print of the Disney princesses. So there's Mulan and Ariel and Flounder. And I think that's just like a fun little thing that, you know, only I get to know about, and now as many of you that watch the video. But all right, this is when I finally got the pattern right, except for the hem. I hemmed these with flats on, and I wear a lot of chunky shoes, so I had to release the hem, and now it is just a little babiest of a fold over hem, but I have fixed that in the pattern, and I love these so much. They are so comfortable, they're so cute, I get so many compliments on them. They're a nice light cotton, so they're super breathable. They're great for travel because they're billowy enough for hot temperatures, and then they're billowy enough to put like thermal tights underneath for colder temperatures. So I love this pair so stinking much. However, the zipper in the back, a lot of these I put zippers in the back because I like that kind of clean, streamlined look. I don't like a zipper at the waist because if I'm wearing a corset and all the pressure's there at the waist, then it pushes the zipper head into my waist and that's not comfortable. But because I put a zipper in the back, when I was in Japan, I got on the subway after using the restroom and realized that I hadn't zipped up. And this girl was like staring at me like, what the fuck is this girl doing? And I was like, I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm just gaijin, I'm trying to be respectful here, what's going on? And then I turned around and my fiance goes, oh, Nikki, your zipper's open. I was like, no, and I had like bright teal panties on. I was like, oh, is there no girl code in Japan? You're supposed to tell a girl, don't just stare at her weird. Anyways, I love these. And then I made some little shorts from the same fabric. I did not hem them, I just roll them, but I should probably finish the roll and tack it in place. They're a little bit tight, but that's okay. I did the buttonhole wrong. I put it north-south instead of east-west, and so it pulls apart, but I don't wear these that often, so I'm not too worried about it. When I went to Costa Rica, I knew I would need some shorts for tromping around the jungle and the ocean with, and so I took my pants pattern and I just cut it down into a short and tried to do like a little 50s number. They were really, really baggy in the leg when I went to Costa Rica, and like, they're fine, it's kind of a look, but I keep taking them in more and more and more, and now I don't know how I feel about them. I think they were just patterned with too much width to be a short. So these I might get rid of. This year I want to make a capri pattern for a non-stretch fabric because I want to make some like red gingham pedal pushers. So when I do that, I will probably remake these, which means the denim might be leaving my wardrobe for a little bit. Next up is this little red gingham pair of non-stretch shorts. They're very, very thin. They're very cute and I love the lace-up detail, and I shared more about this in the other video. So if you want to hear more about these, go there. Now, these three pair of pants I showed in the other video, so I won't chat about them too much, but these are the third or fourth iteration of my pants pattern. I love these pairs so, so much. So third time's the charm, maybe fourth time, but I love these a lot. They fit great, they look so good. They feel very me, which is the best part of making your own clothes. Next up is this little skirt that I showed in my last video. It was just like a stash buster, scrap buster project. It's cute. And of course, this little satin wrap skirt, which I shared in the last video. Now I love a billowy like poet shirt with a tight little vest, or like a vest partially open, and that is what this one did for me. This was some scraps that I found at Remainder's craft thrift store, and I just made this quick little vest, and you guys voted for what buttons to put on it, and I didn't realize how much I would love this vest. I'll show you an insert of a outfit that I love to wear this with, and this just feels so me. So this year I want to make more outfits around that kind of formula and make some more little vests. So yeah, I love this so much. There's something about the lines, it feels antique. The vibe I want to go for with my style is like slutty antique store, or like antique store, but maybe she's a little freaky. And when I wear this with like a tight skirt and a leather belt or a leather harness, that feels like me. That feels like such a good outfit and exactly the vibe that I'm going for. All right, next up are two of the same shirt effectively, and they are both a slightly cropped bishop sleeve white semi-sheer shirt. Which one came first? This one came first. This one I made for my trip to Catalina, and yeah, it's just like a big sleeve, and the front closes with some snaps, and I put some rhinestones on each snap. Yeah, little rhinestones, and rhinestones at the corner. This one's like a cotton lawn, so it's really, really light. I like taking it to the beach when I just need like a little bit of a cover up. And this one, I don't know what the fabric is. I'm hoping it's cotton. I haven't tested it, but it feels nice. It's got like a slightly smooth feel to it. I really like it. And I put that bigger sleeve with the cuff and the little buttons, and I just love it so much. It's very like slutty poet, and I want more of that vibe in my life. Let's go to skirts. So for Japan, I wanted a simple black skirt. When I do skirts, it's either like a mini or a circle, but I've been starting to like a A-line with a slit. I think the slit adds a visual interest. So I took my Victory Ariel dress pattern and just like hemmed it shorter, and it's just this cute little, it's just a good go-to for me. Just a simple little A-line. Love this outfit. With this skirt, with like, you know, where to go. This skirt with the little leg pop, or with like a tight fitted pencil skirt. I have a vintage black one that's like 50s or 60s. I am obsessed with this. I love the sleeves. I love the buttons. This vest just makes me feel like a sexy librarian who probably can read ancient Egyptian and like unleash a mummy, you know?
I am a librarian.
This is the formula that I want to do going forward, because I feel so good. This is an older shirt that I made back in like 2020, I think. It's a little wrap top in this beautiful powder blue. I don't know what this fabric is. It's kind of like a perpetually wrinkled, kind of like me. And I made these little flutter sleeves that I just like pinked the edges, so they kind of have this like raw butterfly wing look to them. And I love this top a lot. And like I said in the other video, it is a wrap top, and I'm not feeling wrap tops as much anymore, but I'll figure out some way to wear it. This is my sad beige top. When I got my like color analysis done, they said I was cool summer, and so beige is supposed to be a good color for me. And there's one day that I was really sad, and I was like, I just want to like sew something for me. I don't know what I want to sew. Maybe a little top. Oh, I like these flutter sleeves. Oh, this fabric feels nice. Oh, I'll put some lace on it, but it's kind of just like a sad beige color. Maybe it's a linen gauze, I don't know. It kind of has this like forever sad look to it. I tried to put some little like lace details on the collar, but no, it's just kind of my sad shirt. I think I gotta figure out again how to style it, and I also need to finish the hem on the sleeves. It looks okay from here, but up close it kind of just looks unfinished. I also gotta finish the hem here. I'm not good at finishing my hems if I know that they're gonna be tucked into pants. I'm like, we all know, who cares? All right. Next up is what I call my picnic blouse. I think this was the first one. It's just like a little like ruched bust with these big gathered sleeves in a sheer chiffon. Unfortunately, this is polyester, but I love it so much. This feels like such a me outfit, especially when I wear it with a big black circle skirt or like a swing skirt. My one thing is that the back neckline is low, and so sometimes when my skin's really flared up, I'm not inclined to wearing it because I kind of want to hide, which is not great. So part of me wants to make the back higher for my next versions of this. So my intention this year is to make some more of these. I have like a green poly chiffon in like a dark hunter green that I want to make. Then I made this one for my trip to Japan. This one is cropped. I love wearing this one a lot. This color looks really good on me. This one I put a zipper in at the top. I love this one a lot. And then I also made this like berry purple for my birthday. This one was a dress, but like I said, I get fussy and find that I enjoy separates more than dresses. So I chopped it off and just serged the bottom.
It was a mercy killing.
I'm still figuring this pattern out and finessing it, but all of these are like totally wearable and they look super cute. This was an amazing find. So I do love the Vixen by Michelin Pitt and La Femme Noire fashion lines. I do think that they're one of the nicer fashion companies out there that I do consider buying from, but sometimes, like I said, downtown, the fashion factories will get rid of their unused fabric. And so one time I was down there and I found the Michelin Pitt jack-o'-lantern fabric. And so I bought a couple yards for myself and my best friend and made us some circle skirts. And I think this is more the type of novelty pattern that I'm going for these days. Her full skirt prints are beautiful. I love the artwork, but I'm finding myself not reaching for them as much these days. I'm reaching for something a little bit more subtle. So like this kind of looks like polka dots, and it's not until you get close that you're like, oh, it's little jack-o'-lanterns. But yeah, I love this pattern. This is an older garment. I made this during the pandemic when I was deep in my thick of circle skirts and Depop phase. There was a skirt I saw on Depop that was like this. It was very cute, and then it had a little gather like on one corner here with a little black bow, and I lost out on that sale, so I found a similar fabric and similar lace, and I was going to recreate it entirely, but then for some reason I just stopped. But I still really like this skirt. I think it's really cute and dainty, and sometimes I just want to look like a pretty little princess. On to my chartreuse obsession. When I went to Japan, I wanted a chartreuse skirt to wear since it was springtime, and so I found this rayon downtown and just made a skirt in the same pattern as my Victory Aerial skirt hack that I previously showed. Oh, and this one has pockets. My other one did not. And I do like this skirt a lot, but it gets wrinkly really easy, which is funny considering how much I like linen right now, but this one just shows the wrinkles worse. It does have like a little bit of stretch to it, so I thought that that would help it not show the wrinkles, but alas, it does not. This is a dress that I made for New Year's in Vegas from like a single yard of fabric that my bestie gave me, but I ended up not wearing it because we ate too much at the buffet, and by the time we got back to the hotel room, we just fell asleep and missed it. But this is a fully corseted dress. So it's couture with the fashion fabric lining and spiral steel boning and flat steel boning throughout, and it's very short with a little ruffle just for a little modesty, and it does have a modesty panel in the back. I am amazed with what I was able to do with about a yard of fabric. She's a little heavy because she's fully steel boned, but this taught me a lot about how to make corset dresses. The thing I don't like is the neckline. The idea of the finishing was good, but I needed actually more of the fashion fabric to finish the facing here properly. But it's still cute. I wore it for my birthday to Miss Fish, and I'll insert some photos here of that as well. Next is the wedding guest dress. I love this dress so much. It is so beautiful. One of my dear friends, Angel, got married up in the woods, and I wanted to make a dress for her wedding, so she voted on what color, and I made this dress. It too is fully corset, and this is actually my Victory Aerial dress pattern. I just shortened it to be like kind of a T-link and added sleeves to it, and I really like it. I felt really, really beautiful in this. Let me know if you want that pattern. Next is another wedding guest dress. This is actually a off-the-shoulder stretch velvet shirt. Unfortunately, this is polyester, and a stretch velvet A-line leg slit skirt that I made for my dear friend Kylie's wedding. I felt really beautiful in. There's also a matching corset that goes with it. I'll insert some photos of the whole look. There are some things I would change to it, specifically like with the waistband here, but I love it regardless, and I use the corset for a lot of other things. In fact, the corset is what I got engaged in, which is pretty cool. Which on that topic, yes, I will definitely be making my wedding dress, and I will be documenting that whole process. I don't have any plans, but I do want to start going to bridal salons and trying on dresses and figuring out what kind of styles and cuts I like. This is kind of a gray area. It's like part costume, part wearable. This is a Ariel Disney bound I made in 2021 or 2022 for my friend Sam's birthday. All of us went as Selkie inspired princesses, and mine was Ariel. And then I also wore this to Japan, and I'm actually like really proud of this. This was all just scrap busting, and I used like the selvage here on the neckline for these scallops and kind of emulated her bra, and then the blue reminded me of the ocean, and of course the teal for her tail, and I put horsehair in it, and like the construction's really nice, and I got so many kawaii when I was at Tokyo Disney Sea, so that made me feel really good. Everyone was really sweet, and it's just a really cute dress. And also I love how my legs look in it, probably because literally every inch of my leg is exposed, but hey, I got nice legs, so why not? Last but not least is this burnt out velvet duster. This one I used to wear a lot when I was working for the special effects retail company, but now that I'm in an effects shop, wearing like super flowy things is just not okay, so I kind of live in athleisure most days because that's what's safe and comfortable and what I don't mind getting chemicals on. Not as big of a sleeve as I would like, and it actually has resin on it from when I was working in the mold room and got resin on my sleeve, which is why you don't wear big sleeves when you're working in effects shops. It's not like the nicest quality burnt out velvet, and it is definitely synthetic. It almost has kind of like a terry cloth feel actually. So I'd like to get some real like burnt out silk velvet, but to get this much fabric in like a real silk would be very expensive. So maybe I'll save up for that, but this has been sitting for a little bit and it'll probably sit for a little bit longer, so I'm not in any rush to redo that. That is every piece of clothing that I have made that is currently in my wardrobe. There are some pieces that I've made that just didn't quite fit right and I've given away or turned into other things. So this is not every piece of clothing that I have ever made, but I'm very happy with what I have so far, and I'm very excited to keep building my handmade wardrobe to something that looks and feels and fits like me. This year I want to do a whole me-made fashion series, so keep your eyes out for that. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Bye!